Son Heung Min, once seen as South Korea's pride, is now at the center of a disturbing scandal. A woman was accused of faking a pregnancy to blackmail him, but new evidence has surfaced and it's flipping the entire story upside down. Now, the internet is buzzing and people are starting to ask, is Son as innocent as he's been claiming? On May 14th, Korean media broke the news that Son Heung Min had officially filed a report with the Gangnam police. According to the report, a woman in her 20s, said to be working in the modeling industry along with a male accomplice, allegedly pretended to be pregnant with his child and tried to extort a large amount of money from him. It's believed that Heung Min had previously been in a relationship with the woman last year, which later ended. Then, in June of last year, she reportedly came back into his life, claiming she was pregnant and backing it up with an ultrasound image, and demanded hundreds of millions of won. In response, Heung Min allegedly transferred her around $200,000 in multiple installments, and she signed a written agreement promising not to go public about the alleged pregnancy. But things didn't stop there. In March of this year, the woman's supposed current boyfriend allegedly contacted Heung Min's side. He used the same pregnancy claim to try to pressure Heung Min for more money, threatening to go to the media if he didn't get paid. He even faxed the ultrasound photo to an academy operated by Heung Min's father. At this point, under mounting pressure, he decided to file a police complaint. Now that the extortion attempt has failed, the man, reportedly the woman's boyfriend, is facing charges of attempted blackmail, and it's been revealed that he already had a criminal record. Then, Heung Min's side has stated that the rumors claiming he got the woman pregnant and then forced her to end the pregnancy are completely false. They explained that they felt pressured to comply with her demands because they were worried the scandal, true or not, could seriously damage Heung Min's image and affect his entire team. Later, it came to light that the timeline the woman gave about the alleged pregnancy didn't match Heung Min's version of their relationship. That inconsistency raised serious doubts, and police are now reviewing evidence as suspicions grow that the pregnancy was never real to begin with. On top of that, it was revealed that both the woman and the man accused of helping her were arrested for blackmail and attempted blackmail. Their homes were also searched as part of the investigation. With Heung Min being such a major figure in South Korea and a well-known name internationally, the story quickly made headlines around the world. Big media outlets like BBC and The Sun picked it up, especially since he's not just the captain of Tottenham Hotspur, but also leads the South Korean national team. On top of that, he was preparing for a huge match, the Europa League final against Manchester United, so global attention was already on him. Online, reactions were mixed. Some rushed to support Heung Min, calling the woman a gold digger and saying he didn't deserve to be dragged through this. Others criticized him instead, saying he should have taken more precautions and owned up to the situation, whether it was true or not. As a commenter wrote, "I do think it's weird and scummy either way to pay someone to keep quiet instead of taking responsibility." Unfortunately for Heung Min, things would escalate a lot more. On May 16th, JTBC's show Scandal Supervisor revealed that a man had approached them with a shocking story. He claimed a well-known national football player had gotten a woman in her 20s pregnant and then forced her to end the pregnancy. The man insisted he had proof like Kakao Talk messages, medical records, and more. Naturally, JTBC asked him to provide the evidence, but after making those bold claims, he disappeared and never replied. Still, Scandal Supervisor shared an audio clip where the man is heard saying he found screenshots of large money transfers and a signed NDA on his girlfriend's phone. He even claimed that both his girlfriend's fingerprints and Heung Min's were on the document. The man went on to say, "When I asked her, she said she had an and signed the NDA. That guy has a clean image as a national player, but I'm exposing this so both of them can eat." The man also said the NDA didn't have an end date and promised over $200,000 in compensation. He explained that he tried to get the agreement changed but was refused. Because of that, he broke up with his girlfriend, fearing the deal could hurt him if it stayed as it was. He insisted he wasn't just after money. Meanwhile, Scandal Supervisor confirmed that both people involved in trying to blackmail Heung Min are now being investigated. Interestingly, the man never actually demanded money himself, but after things didn't go his way, he ended up leaking the information anyway. The news stirred up a lot of strong reactions online, especially among Korean fans who mostly felt let down. Many called Heung Min despicable and trash, with some even saying they wouldn't watch Tottenham matches anymore. Others believed the baby was definitely his, pointing to the large sums of money he reportedly paid the woman to keep quiet. Since the pregnancy was allegedly terminated, people argued that Heung Min could deny the child's paternity without proof, positioning himself as the victim trying to save his career. Some suggested a different approach, like what actor Jang Woo-sung did when faced with a similar controversy, where Heung Min should have admitted to the child and taken responsibility. They felt the public might have been angry at first, but would eventually brush the controversy aside and praise him for owning up and being responsible. Things only took a darker turn for Heung Min as people started digging into his past and connections. Recently, a promotional poster featuring him alongside Kim Soo-hyun resurfaced, reminding many how both were once adored public figures but now face serious controversies. On top of that, a short video surfaced on the coup, quickly gaining tens of thousands of views and sparking hundreds of comments. In it, Heung Min is seen casually filming and dancing with Jung Jun-young, a key figure linked to the Burning Sun scandal. While this doesn't prove Heung Min knew about Jung's criminal actions, netizens were shocked by how close the two appeared to be. A netizen even said they weren't just acquaintances. Anyone who's been into European football for a while knows about this. People also started digging up Heung Min's past relationships, like the one with Girls' Day's Mina back in 2014. At first, they were confirmed to be dating, but soon his agency stepped back, making it seem like Mina was admitting to something that wasn't even real. Her agency followed suit, and rumors spread that Heung Min ghosted her as soon as their relationship became public. Adding fuel to the fire, Heung Min's aunt made some eyebrow-raising comments. A friend of hers said they didn't even know each other and questioned why these stories kept appearing, admitting Heung Min must be frustrated. The aunt agreed, but blamed Heung Min for not handling things better, even calling him stupid. Many thought their public back and forth was meant to make Mina look bad. Although Heung Min can't control his aunt's words, his silence on the matter upset a lot of fans. The scandal didn't stop growing. On May 17th, the two people accused of trying to blackmail Heung Min showed up at Seoul Central District Court for a hearing on whether they should be held in custody before trial. All eyes were on the woman. She wore a tracksuit, kept her mask on, avoided looking at reporters, and had her hands cuffed. She stayed silent, refusing to answer questions about the blackmail charges or whether she still claimed to be pregnant with Heung Min's child. While many were convinced she was guilty, a lot of people also criticized how the police handled her, pointing out that handcuffing her and putting her in front of the cameras felt like a public spectacle, especially since others accused of more serious crimes didn't get treated that way. As one person pointed out, the real issue is how the man and the police formed a power cartel, completely ignoring human rights, arresting and brutally mistreating a woman. Since it came out that the woman was Heung Min's ex, a lot of people questioned why he seemed fine with how harshly she was being treated. Many felt the media was purposely painting her as a villain, some cold-hearted woman out to destroy the reputation of one of Korea's biggest stars. Netizens pointed fingers, mostly at the woman's new boyfriend, thinking he was behind the whole mess, and of course, Heung Min. According to a timeline that was put together by what's been revealed so far, it seems like Heung Min and the woman were together at first. It seems that at some point she told him she was pregnant and sent him an ultrasound picture. Then she got over $200,000 to terminate the pregnancy with a contract stating she'd owe $2 million if she ever spoke about it publicly. After she started dating someone else, the new boyfriend found that contract on her phone and confronted her about the pregnancy. That's when she admitted she had ended it. The boyfriend then tried to blackmail Heung Min and eventually tipped off the media, and once the woman found out about it, she ended the relationship. Feeling trapped, Heung Min said he was targeted by skilled con artists, which led to the woman facing blackmail charges, despite many saying she might actually be the one under pressure from Heung Min and his team. Some also argued that if the baby was really Heung Min's, then this wasn't blackmail at all. After all, he was the one who got her pregnant, and she needed help to end it. So those people think he should have just handled it by paying up, since he clearly has the money for it. One detail that surprised many was when the police confirmed the woman was actually pregnant in 2024. After checking her medical records, they verified that the ultrasound images she shared with Heung Min were real and matched her pregnancy. It was also confirmed that she did go through with terminating that pregnancy. However, the authorities couldn't determine if the baby was Heung Min's. The investigation is still ongoing to figure out whether the woman actually tried to blackmail him despite her denial of those claims. Heung Min has shifted dramatically. Once admired as a top footballer and a favorite figure in Korea, he now faces serious allegations, getting a woman pregnant, paying her a large sum to end the pregnancy and stay silent, and then accusing her of trying to blackmail him. The final outcome is still unknown, but most people are watching closely to see if Heung Min can bounce back and restore his reputation.